Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Man killed, 11-year-old son injured in Manchester gun attack. An 11-year-old boy has been hospitalized in critical condition and his father shot dead after they were attacked in Englewood, Jamaica on Friday night. Police named the deceased as Jerome Evans, a resident of Englewood. Preliminary reports are that about 7:50 p.m., Evans and his son were at home when gunmen attacked them and opened fire, hitting the door. They were taken to hospital where the son was admitted and the father pronounced dead. Police theorized that the father was the target of the attack in a feud stemming from another parish. Statistics from the police showed up to September 30, Manchester has recorded 28 murders since the start of the year, when compared to 43 in the corresponding period last year. Policeman shot and injured in Central Village ambush. A policeman was shot and injured in a section of Central Village, St. Catherine, where he had reportedly gone to visit a friend. The incident happened about 11 o'clock in the area commonly known as Compound. It's reported that the cop heard explosions and attempted to leave the community. On reaching his vehicle, a group of gunmen allegedly started shooting at him. He reportedly returned fire, forcing his attackers to retreat. The cop then realized he received injuries to his back. The police team responded to the shooting and found him. The injured cop, who is attached to the St. Catherine North Police Division, was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital where he has been admitted. BB Coke student viciously beaten by older boy released from hospital. BB Coke High School student Jaheim Coleman, 14, who was beaten unconscious last month by an older boy at his school, has been released from hospital. Chantel Goldburn, Coleman's mother, said he was discharged from hospital Thursday night. He is not doing bad, but the eye is still not better, and he has to be in Kingston the next 2 weeks, and he has to do a brain scan, she stated Saturday morning. Minister of Education Favor Williams, in a post on X, formerly Twitter, said her ministry is committed to ensuring that schools are safe spaces. After a most tumultuous week, I can report that Jaheim is safely back home. We pray a normal school life for him and all at BB Coke. May there be no more bullying, only students caring for each other. MOE is committed to a safe space and more constant support for students, she wrote. Coleman was beaten unconscious, allegedly by the grade 11 student for stepping on a shoe on September 28. The incident resulted in Coleman being lifted by a group of boys who walked with him for 530 meters from the school through the busy town of Junction to a doctor's office. The students were honored by Prime Minister Andrew Holness and presented citations. Beachy Stout allegedly had tight grip on fisherman contracted to kill wife. The man who was contracted to kill Everton Beachy Stout McDonald's second wife said during his testimony in the Home Circuit Court on Thursday that leading up to the murder of the woman, the businessman took away his phone and periodically left him without the means to place phone calls. Denvelin Minto, who is currently serving an almost 20-year sentence for his role in the July 2020 murder of Tony and MacDonald, told the jurors and Justice Stamp, who is presiding over the murder trial of Beachy Stout and his co-accused, Oscar Barnes, that he was not happy being relieved of his phone by the businessman. Minto is the second witness to give evidence in the trial after a former employee of Beachy Stout finished giving his testimony on Wednesday. According to Minto, the confiscation of his phone came after his second time meeting with Beachy Stout in his office at a supermarket the businessman operated in Portland. The witness told the court that his first time speaking with him was on Saturday when he visited the supermarket in search of a job for the businessman. The witness claimed that he had hoped to get a job which entailed offloading goods from truck when deliveries came into the supermarket. However, on the first occasion when he expressed to Beachy Stout that he wanted a job at the establishment, the businessman allegedly lured him into a plot to kill his wife, Tony Ann. The witness alleged that he was promised $3 million to murder Tony Ann. He allegedly showed Minto a picture of his wife on a phone. When I left the office after the first time, I spoke to him after that. He called my phone. I had given him my number the same day when I spoke to him in the office. He told me to come back and check him in his office. When I went to the office the second time, he asked me for my phone. He took it and then said, "You're not going to need this phone anymore." He then said that he will provide me with a phone. The witness shared that after leaving Beachy Stout's office on the occasion, He went downstairs to the supermarket and, out of protest, took up 2 bottles of rum from a shelf and proceeded to walk out of the establishment. He claimed that the security guard attempted to stop him from leaving with a bottle of rum. I told them that Beecher Stout took away my phone. I went home after that, the witness said. He said he spoke to the businessman about 2 days later when Beecher Stout sent his driver to visit him while he was sitting outside a bar. I saw a grey Toyota motor car pull up. I went to the car and received a black Scandal bag. I went inside the bag and took out a yellow cell phone. I opened the back of the phone and there was a digital SIM and a Lime SIM card. I walked away from where I collected the phone and I set up the chip inside the phone properly, then checked the credit on each chip. In about 3 minutes the phone rang. When I answered the phone, Beecher Stout said, "I'm a man, Beecher Stout man." He told me to use the digital chip to call him personally. The lady, his wife, that he showed me on the phone, he said I was to use the Lime chip to call her. I had met the lady before. I met her 1 week in 2020 when I asked for a job for my son, the witness said. After receiving the phone with the 2 SIM cards, the witness said Beecher Stout called him one day and told him that he was coming to visit him at home. He said he sat at the roadside waiting for BG, but the businessman called him and told him that he was on his way at the time. I sat down and saw a black BMW coming. I walked towards it and went into the back. According to Minto, when he sat down in the car, Beecher Stout introduced him officially to his wife. The witness claimed that Tonya, who the witness referred to as Mrs. Mack, wanted to buy a gun to kill somebody who had offended her. Mrs. Mack said to me that she wanted a gun to buy to kill the man who killed her father. Mr. Stout turned to me and said, "Yeah, a true she attack." The witness revealed in court that the argument about her wanting to buy a gun to kill the man who murdered her dad was just part of the plot to lure her to have her killed. I was taken to Mr. Stout's house in Dolphin Bay. He said to me that she believed our plot. He was telling me that he wanted her dead. He took me inside his yard, showed me around the house, and showed me a back fence leading to an empty lot. When I was leaving, he said, "I just have to walk and jump the fence." He then told me to come back outside to the gate, and then he let out the dogs out of the pen, and I wanted to run. He said, "Don't run, Minto," sharing that Beecher Stout wanted the roughly 5 dogs to smell him so that the next time he came to the house, the dogs would be familiar with his scent. After Beecher showed me around the yard, the witness said he left and went home. He claimed that on different occasions, Tony visited him at his home and they had a conversation. He said that when she left, he cussed out, who told him to keep up his act and continue to be friendly with her. By this time, the witness said Mr. Stout had already taken away the yellow phone he had given him to use and then gave him a black banger phone. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.